work on this computer. Great. So, hi everyone, welcome on our fourth SIG Core meeting. Today I'll be your moderator and Ahmed is helping me with taking notes. The first topic will be announcing about upcoming release done by Jose. Then Ahmed will present new proposal about the future gates functionality. And last but not least, Mariusz Jasiński will give us some updates about the community stuff. And of course, as always, please place your name under the attendance list. And at the end of the meeting, we'll have a standard slot for the Q&A. So now I mute myself, and Jose, you can start.
Thanks. So I'll make this actually very brief. As you know, oh, you can't hear me. Why?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Ah, okay. So it's only you, Anna. Sorry about that. As you know, the current release that we have in GitHub is the 0.4.3, which we released in October 17th. And since then, we've been working on basically a number of bugs that have been fixed and a little bit of extra features. So we're working now on our preparing our next release, which would be the 0.5 branch. And that branch is expected, I mean, the first step, let's say, in our release process is that we will create the branch for that release, which we expect to do tomorrow. And if everything goes fine and our testing is successful and so on, then we expect to have the 0.5 release in GitHub by the end of the week next week. So yeah, stay tuned. And of course, you will see the release and the changelog in GitHub as usual.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Jose. And the next topic is about the proposal. Ahmed, can you proceed?
Yes, so we have a proposal for feature introduction that you can find the pull request for on our public community repo. The proposal is about how to introduce new changes or a new feature in Kyma, and it uses one of the recent big sources of changes in Kyma, which is rebasing Kyma on Knative as a use case. The proposal basically provides how we can use feature toggles or feature gates, how we can have an installer profiles, and explains the use case of Knative to do that. So if we can take a quick look at the proposal, you'll see that there is a decision record for that feature introduction. It will be under community SIG Core decisions. The feature introduction proposal can be found from the decision record, and the idea basically is that we would use the installer profile to provide both different installation components and provide feature gates. And if you think about the use case for Kyma on Knative, there is a very small analysis for any new component that will be provided on Kyma with respect to Knative. So there is a legacy-only component, which is a component that runs in the old Kyma style without Knative. There are two dual modes components. One of them is not affected at all, so it will not need any changes. The other one will be a modified that can work in both modes, with Knative and without. However, it needs to be aware when it's running in Knative to, let's say, provide a different functionality or provide the existing functionality in a different way. And there is, of course, Knative-only components that should only be installed in Kyma when it is running in Knative mode. And to provide that in our solution, maybe let me open this diagram in a better way. So the idea basically would be that we run the Kyma run script and provide it with the name of the feature. And that will mean that a specific profile for the installer will run. And this installer profile will have the custom resource of installation, having the components that are both running with that feature whether they are new ones or existing ones, and of course excluding the ones that should not be available for Knative, and in our case, which we called legacy components. At the same time, there will be a config YAML for this profile that defines a feature toggle, a global feature toggle, and there is a provided convention, which is global.feature.toggle name. And that means that any existing component that will run will have in the values for the YAML Helm chart set this value. In our case, global.feature.knative. And in that case, you can definitely, in your chart, have a specific condition to make the component aware of this mode or this feature is enabled, whether via CMD arg or maybe provide a environment variable. It's up to you in that case. And basically, that means that for the installer, we can have profiles, and the profiles will be under installation, resources profiles, profile name. And inside that profile name, you can have an installer CR and installer config, which define your different behaviors there. And as said previously, that this will define the components and feature toggles. This pull request is still under discussion, and there is no current strict implementation for that one. There is a work in progress pull request on Kyma public for Knative introduction, and it uses parts of this. However, we are in the process of aligning both together and reaching a final agreement on how to provide this functionality. Any questions? Okay, cool. I think I am done with my part.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. So now it's time for the committee slot. Marius, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. This also will be rather quick. So I have for you two quick updates from the community slot. So the first one is about epics. This slide, this small change will be useful mostly for the people who would like to track the progress, either milestone or release. From now on, after each product planning, the set of ZenHub epics will be created. It means that you can go at any point of time to the ZenHub board, use the label called epic, and see overall, I would say, status of milestone or release for the current time. Just small change, but it will actually help to track the overall progress, right, of the product. So this is the first part. The second, yes.
Feel free to
yes. Okay, I can show you this board. Yes, thanks. I forgot actually about it. Yes. Okay, you should be able actually to see the ZenHub now. So this is just the simple ZenHub board with, as you can see here, a label called epic is set up. So there is a set of epics on the board, which is in progress, etc., right? There is no details. If you want the details, you have to change filters. But this is like the overall board, right? Yep. So this is the first point. The second point is the second point is about triage. Yes. So from the community perspective, it's also important because from now on, the issue triage will be done on daily basis by the teams. What it means, for example, if you will raise an issue for us, for example, in Kyma repository, we should be aware of that issue in the same day or day after, because we are doing this triage thing on daily basis, right? But please bear in mind that we are only humans, right? So we can make some mistakes, we can omit some tickets. So if you create ticket and we haven't touched it for example, 1 week, feel free to feel free to write to us on the Slack channel, and we will for sure take care of it as soon as possible. Yes, thank you. Mateusz, the stage is
Okay.
yours. Any questions to the first and the second point? Maybe I will add that by triage, I mean we put proper labels on the tickets, and also we assign ticket to the proper component or team. So after that, product owners are aware of problem, bug, or request. Yeah, that would be all. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. So as you already noticed, our SIG core meeting was today really short, but maybe you have some additional question. If yes, then it's a good time to ask us about the Kyma stuff.
When there will be next SIG core meeting, Mateusz?
In 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, and we will post the correct link to the Zoom. Yeah, I think there is no other questions. So I want to thank you for participating in our fourth SIG core meeting. And today it's all what we prepared for you. So thank you very much and see you in next week.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.